Hi, I'm Jeromy Young from Atomos, and we're here at Interbi, Japan, Kaihim Makuhari 2011, and I've got Chen here who's going to let me take you through the products. So basically what we do, Atomos is a one-year-old company, so it's still a startup, but we've been very successful in the last year. We released our first product called the Ninja, which is a hard disk recorder which records directly from uncompressed to visually lossless ProRes. And it's got a touch screen and it's very simple to use. So we've really targeted the production market, the camera guys, giving them much better quality from any output from any of their cameras. They can use old cameras or new cameras. And basically what we do, we take the uncompressed signal from the output of the camera before it goes to compression inside the camera. We take that beautiful image and we put it into a post-production 422 10-bit codec. So that's the Ninja. What we've just released is the Samurai, which also adds Avid DNX, which is obviously a beneficial for those customers who have an Avid workflow, like broadcasters and post-production people. So we're covering pretty much all editing applications. ProRes is supported in Premiere, it's supported in Final Cut 7 and 10 obviously, it's supported in Edius, it's also supported on the timeline in Avid, and it's supported in Lightworks and Sony Vegas also. Avid DNX is obviously more specific to Avid. There are other companies' editing packages that do support that, which is Final Cut supports it and Adobe support it. So we're trying to give the post-production quality that people used to have to capture through a capture card at the camera recording, and we record directly to hard disks. So what I have here is the plastic case that you get. We ask the customers to put their own hard disks in because I don't want to ship hard disks around the world, and it just makes the cost very high. This is a 500 gigabyte disk, and it will hold 5 hours of ProRes HQ or Avid DNX HD, and we have 3 flavors of both ProRes and DNX. There's the middle flavor, which is 150 megabits a second, and then there's a 100 megabits a second version, which obviously gives you more time on the disk because we've got lower bit rates. So what we do, you get this, you then pop that into the Samurai, and this is the Samurai here. And as you can see, it's a very small unit. It only draws 6 watts of power. We get between 6 and 10 hours out of the 2 batteries that are on there, and we also have a continuous power system that I'll take you through in a second. So this is the Samurai, it's a touch screen. Basically it's a recorder, a playback unit and play out unit out of the SDI here, and a monitor all in one. So we're taking the SDI output of this camera, and I'll just show you the monitor. There's me. Hey. So we're monitoring exactly what the camera's producing there, so you can use this as a confidence monitor. We have blue only and focus peaking included, and you can see that on the monitor page I can start and stop record here. I'm recording now, you can see the record light. I've got my audio, I know how many channels of audio are coming in, and you can see my time code, which is coming from the camera, and that time code is ticking over there, being recorded directly to the ProRes file. So if I'll just stop that and come back. What do I have here? I've got my feed, 60i. I've got the ProRes flavor that I'm going to, which is ProRes HQ. And down here it tells me I've got 5 hours of recording. If I change to ProRes 422, then I get 7 hours of recording. If I change to LT, which is 100 megabits a second, which is the lowest bit rate we do, 10 hours of recording. So this is to a 500 gigabyte, $50 disc. It's very, very affordable, low running cost. You can also use SSDs, which are a bit more expensive, and we recommend those for the 5–10% of cases where it's vibration sensitive, like in a car or helicopter work or motorbike work, places where you're doing gyro kind of actions which a spinning disc just won't handle. But for 95% of productions, like I'm doing here, moving the camera very slowly, then spinning discs are the most affordable way to go. It's actually cheaper than tape, which is a pretty big revolution, and we're recording post-production 422 10-bit quality. So I'm going to go back to HQ. You can see I've got 2 batteries here. Recording for 10 hours sounds great, but if you can't power the unit for 10 hours, then it's meaningless. So what we came up with was a new patented technology which is called continuous power. And we take, if I'm on the primary battery depletes, it automatically switches to the other side. You can also manually switch as I'm doing here. And then I take out the battery, which is on the back there, which is a Sony MP570. We include these in the box, and I'll show you the box in a minute. And now I'm running off the second battery. but the unit is still fully functioning. I can still record, I can come back into monitor mode, I can do everything that I need to do, all while I'm changing out the batteries. So if I put that battery back on, it gets even better. I'm on battery 2, so even if I take the wrong battery off, it automatically flicks across to number 1 and continues to operate. We can name our unit, we can change the time code from time of day, record run, auto restart, or back to the HDSDI time code that's coming from the camera. Audio. Audio is always difficult on these devices because most of the time no one consults an audio guy before they make a video product. Well, we did, and how the audio guys seem to work and what we've implemented is they check each channel. We've got 12 channels of digital audio and we've got 2 channels of analog audio, which you can come from a mixing desk. It's a line-in audio. So live events, you can mix down to 2 channels and record that, or you can record everything that's coming from the camera through the SDI 12 channels that is embedded. So I have my headphones, I'm monitoring that. Yes, I want to record channels 1 and 2. On channels 3 and 4, I changed and I can monitor that. Yes, I want to record those channels. So now they're activated. If I come back out, you can see that these channels are now active. If I go to the monitor, it's telling me that I've got audio coming in 1 and 2. I've got channels 2 and 3 and 7 and 8 active, but I don't have audio coming through 2 and 3, 3 and 4 and 7 and 8. So I know that because it's already on the screen telling me that that's what's happening. So let's just do a quick record. That's me. Hello, I'll wave my hand in front of there. So I hit stop, but the real power of this unit is that then you then go to playback mode. And while I'm in playback mode, I then just touch on the file that I just recorded. And there I am, I can touch through the clips, I can play, I can stop, I can step through frame by frame and see my hand going through up and down. This is 60i, I can see the fields coming through there so I know what type of footage. Very, very powerful review tool. I can take the overlay on and off and I can fast forward and rewind back to the start. So very, very simple, easy to use, but powerful tool. It's basically a digital deck that records to ProRes or Avid DNX. We have a few other features that are quite important. We do 3.2 pull down removal, so you can record 24p from the 60i output of the camera. So if the camera is recording 24p, almost all cameras output 60i, so that's compatible with all monitors. What we've done is we can rip out the 24p footage and record that so it's native 24p as it is inside the camera, which is a pretty cool feature. So we can also record from time code, trigger record from the time code, the rolling time code of the camera, so that you trigger both recorder and camera at the same time. You've got a backup, you've got a master copy. It all works very, very well. So this is the Samurai. It's $15.95 US. We've tried to think of everything. This is the case it comes in. You can see the Samurai case, a nice robust Pelican style case. And when you look inside, this is what we give you. We give you 2 batteries, which are on the unit now. We give you the chargers, dual charger with the adapter for your local area. We give you the docking station, where once you eject the hard disk, you then connect it to your computer via Firewire 800 or USB 2 and 3, and you're instantly editing those high quality files that you've just recorded from your camera. We give you 2 of these empty disks like I showed you before, so that you can put your hard disks in or you can buy them from your reseller. And we give you the Samurai unit. The Ninja comes in exactly the same case, but it's obviously a Ninja unit here. And this is $15.95. The Samurai is, the Ninja is $9.95, Samurai $15.95. So pretty good value for money. It's about half the cost of any competitors out there, and they don't include any of the case or the batteries and the charger. So we try to give you everything at a really affordable price. Yeah, so there's one more thing I would like to show you. Atomos has just moved into the converter market. And what we've designed is the world's smallest 3G converter. It converts from HDMI to SDI, which is this model called the S to H, or it goes the other way from SDI to HDMI. And there's 2 models, so they're separate models depending on which way you want to go. And what we have is, on this model we have the SDI in, we have the loop out, and we have the HDMI. So why this is, everyone makes converters. Converters are not a new thing. So why would we want to just make a converter? Well, we didn't. We wanted to make a clever converter that was truly portable for production and live events and sits in your bag and can be used to convert that SDI signal to HDMI or the HDMI camera to long SDI feeds to another monitor. Those connectivity issues are still big problems in the field. If you're in a studio, you can power these bigger converters from people who are making them. You can power them from the wall and use normal AC power. But when you're in the field, you haven't always got AC power, and also it's quite a big job to run AC power all over the shoot. So what we've done, we've put an internal battery and an external battery. This gives you the continuous power operation that we've got on our Ninjas and Samurais. So the internal battery lasts 2 hours by itself. So you can just pull this out of your bag, connect in the video signal, and you're converting for at least 2 hours. If you then put one of these small Sony MP570 batteries, which we produce, or you can use Sony ones or other third-party manufacturers' versions. This gives you 12 hours of operation plus the 2, so you get 14 hours of conversion. Now, for most events, that's going to be enough to get you across the line in any situation. This just sits in your bag. They're $349, but it doesn't stop there. We've got test pattern generation included. We do 3-2 pull-down removal in this, so you can monitor your 24p or 30p footage coming from the camera. And what we've also done is put a battery foot on the bottom. Why is that cool? Well, what it allows you to do is attach this device not only to the back of the Samurai or Ninja, which gives the SDI only Samurai the HDMI input and the Ninja HDMI only product SDI input, but you also can attach it to LED lights, monitors on the back. And when the battery runs out and you remove the battery, the internal battery kicks in and powers whichever device this is attached to. So we give our continuous power technology to other devices, provided this is on the back of it. You can also put it on the back of the camera so that the camera continues to operate while you change the battery out, which is a pretty cool feature considering that most cameras you have to turn off to change the battery. So we think this is a pretty revolutionary product. It's due out in January next year, and yeah, we're pretty excited. So this is $349 US. And I just want to say thanks for dropping by, Chen, and I hope that everything goes well for you at the show.